Alright guys, so welcome back to learning. So back to my YouTube channel. So it's called Creative Learner. You see on my screen. So where we left off, so that will be like even a year ago. So we left it at the CSS Learning Part 9. So we talk about it great if you click on the tutorial. So that's a part ahead. So that's where we left off, guys. So it's been a while. It took me like a year, and then so what am I doing? So I was taking my real proper course. So that would be front end, a JavaScript, HTML, CSS bootcamp from Springboard, and then I just finished. It took me like 5 months or 6 months to get it done, and then now I am back. And then I'm ready, and then I brought you it will be like a big JavaScript that we gonna if you're following along, so it's in HTML. We dive about it. So that will be like all the even if I would say it's a basic, but that these are a basic setup that we cannot ignore. Head element, what is a link? And then we talk about it, what are the important semantic and all these, and then also CSS. CSS is like a layout, and then what is a font, what is a color, and then how can we flags, positioning, and all these in on my YouTube channel, completely free, guys. So that will be CSS and HTML. But for now, I think I said, I finished my little bit bootcamp course, and then I thought of it I want to share it back what I have learned, and then that will be coming it will be mini series about JavaScript. So to get started, so that and also I built a little website called Web Revital. So back to before we get into the JavaScript, because I just finished my school, and then I want to a little bit myself to showcase. So that will be, if you're visiting, so that will be Web Revital, you see on my screen. And also there will be a website, branding, explain a video, learning, game, and then contact, all these menu. And the video is I used to be a video animation, and then all these doing After Effects. And then also I said, JavaScript. So I want to a little bit review my website, which part I use the JavaScript, and then as we are learning JavaScript. So that will be good to a little bit talk about where we can use JavaScript, because HTML, CSS is the only one way it's something that you are just showing or presenting without the interaction from the visitor, But when it comes to JavaScript is something that it will activate your website. Let's say even you see on my screen. So this is a slideshow that if I click on the next button, it will go to the next slide. So a little bit interactive. And then also if I click it, the next image, and these are the only JavaScript can do that. So if I previous button, so that will be slide through all the images. So that's a JavaScript, guys. And also at the bottom, so I have this a little bit web icon. So if I click on the next icon, that will be pop the related next icon image. And also if I click on the responsive image will pop. And the branding, so it's the same thing. If you set it up that way, so typography, the image will change. Branding, the image updated. And also the explainer video, same thing. So I used to do the explainer video too. So that will be using the JavaScript like a select your icon, and then write the JavaScript code. If I click a click event, so if I click it at this icon, and then show me this image. If I click the other icon, that will show the other image. So that's what we can learn. And also the FAQ. So that will be, if I click on the FAQ question, the answer will show. Click it again, answer will hide it. So that's a hide and show, a little accordion, things that we can build in JavaScript. And also it's only can be done, we can do that with the CSS, but it will not be much a creative or much more interactive. But the back to top is not the JavaScript. That's only you're linking back in HTML. If you set it up with the hashtag, that will be all the way go back to the top. And also in the website, so that's a website video. I think here JavaScript is not much, only the hide and show menu. It's only the hide and show FAQ will be JavaScript. And branding, so I used to be a graphic designer too. So branding, I don't think much like JavaScript, only the like a hide and show. The FAQ explainer video is the same thing. It used to be explainer video maker too, guys. I mean, if you're looking for someone that to do explainer video, you can contact me too. That's how we can use little graphics and then like a static animation and also learning. So this learning tab, I don't think much JavaScript, so only the FAQ section will be JavaScript. And here we come. So game, that will be really big JavaScript. That is like writing a code, like it's called Jeopardy. That's a school project, guys. So I did it like using the JavaScript. If I start a game, so like you see on my screen now, the like so the game works like you extract the API category title and then you brought it into like in your web, like this game page, you know. And also like a clue data, everything is embedded in the API. You have to use it like a JavaScript SEOs, and then you brought it up. And then if I click on 100, click event, JavaScript again, and also the text show here. If I click, show me the answer, and then if I click it, then the answer pop. And then if I've done, and then I click again. So all these are interactive, only can be done in JavaScript. So if I click it again, and these disappear, and then also go back to 400, show me answer. You see that at the back also the overlay. If I click it, then everything disappear. Now back to the normal page. If you scroll it down, I do the illustration too. So this is like a heavy JavaScript that we can like talk about in the future. Okay, and the contact, so contact will be not much JavaScript, or even like the web form. This is like we can set it up Google Sheet. Like that's also, if you know JavaScript, you can set up Google Sheet and your web contact form page, like using the JavaScript, a little bit coding, updating, and then it will send it to your Google Sheet update. Let's say if I type it like T and then A, and then if I type it t@gmail.com, and also that will be telephone. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and T at that will be TLC, for instance, you know. So that will be LLC country, so I'm in the US. So let's say I need a website, for instance. Once you submit the form, and then it will like update the text, and then now that confirmation is sent, so it will be like updated to my Google Sheet, and then I got your message. So that's how you can contact me too. And also like a JavaScript, how to set it up in future tutorial. Again, the FAQ session, that will be like using the JavaScript hide and show. And I think if you make it like a little bit responsive, so hamburger menu, I think we need to talk about it too. Let's say if I squeeze it all the way, so that will be smaller screen. So you see that the hamburger menu here, that's also only like what if we put it like in spec, and then you go back to your like responsive. Yeah, it's better. If I click it, hamburger menu pop, and then so that's only like a JavaScript setup too, guys. If I click on the menu, change to the cross, and then after that, if I click X icon, back to the normal. So that's how we can set it up in JavaScript. So that's how we will learn in future tutorials. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and then stay tuned or whatever, you know. So that will be good. So back to my tutorial, I will close it all the tab here. So that's what will be upcoming, guys. I'm excited. JavaScript is, like I said, so let's say you're building a web game. Without the JavaScript, it's nearly impossible, you know. So that's why we're gonna learn the JavaScript together, and also the future we will have like React, like all these upcoming, guys. Stay tuned. All right. So today I thought of it like to get started with my tutorial, you know. So that will be better with a little bit like writing a game, and then so that like I should put you in the excitement, you know. So what is coming, and then what's really is JavaScript, because we in our channel we get started with all the Photoshop, and then we brought you to like HTML, and then slowly building up your web technology, because it is a technology, it is a web, now it's like an AI everything. So we cannot like stop at where we are. So we need to keep learning, and then so that we will keep growing. Okay, so like you see on my screen, I thought of it, it's like a World Cup, soccer game, you know, like a football game. So what if we like write a game using the JavaScript like predicting. I mean, so tomorrow, so that will be like July 6th. I mean, so USA versus Belgium playing. So let's say I want to build a game. If I click on predict game button, and then this 0, there's a random number. I'm gonna count it like a random number, like I think like that will be 1 through 100. And then if there's a random number is like an even, I want to, the winner will be like they will be at the bottom. It's like a simple game, you know, it's just for fun, or maybe like a little introduction game. So that will be if even, and then the US flag will be shown at the bottom. But if I do that, even if now I already did it, you know, so if there is a even US flag, and then again US flag, now odd number, so I want to do it like a Belgian flag. So that's a little bit like a keep it for fun, and then it will not be the way like a soccer game works, you know, but just that like we are like so spinning the random number, and then if this is like a even or odd, and then if even, I want to show the USA flag and sort of like a USA won, you know, and also like if there is a odd, I want to like show the Belgium. So to write a game, I mean, like, so I will remove everything from my JavaScript file. If now you click it, like I said, if you remove the file, I mean, like, you won't see anything because like a CSS, HTML is not interactive. So, but we need to like set up. We talk about it in HTML, how to set it up, how to link the file and everything. And also HTML is like a backbone. I mean, without HTML, you won't see anything here. So that's why in HTML you see on my screen. So I start with the document HTML, and then I give all the div elements, so to make you like a little bit quick, and then set up with the ID and then class, and all these are like an ID for my JavaScript purpose, and then class will be for my styling, so that will be on my style. So that's again, back to my Creative Learner tutorial. So go back to Creative Learner, and that will be like all the CSS we talk about it. So that's how I set up. So in the style sheet, you use a box, a border box, you know, padding margin 0, and then set it up that way, like you see on my screen. Even I think I will pause for a while, you know, so you can pause it so that you can follow along, and then that will be this style. And also in HTML, I think I can pause it a little while, so guys, like you see on my screen, so that will be HTML. You have to pause it and then you can write it. So if you're new to this project, you know, so that you can start writing the JavaScript. But for now, so like I said, I will pause it and then I will straight go to the JavaScript. So before get started, don't forget, link your JavaScript file at the bottom, because if you put it at the top, so JavaScript will not be loading, after your content, because all these content have to load it first, and then JavaScript will run, so that ID and everything will be, it's we talk about it in CSS cascading, so all the way start from the top and then left and right from top to bottom. So you know, so that's how JavaScript works too. So now everything is set it up, and then now I'm going to start writing the JavaScript code. So like I said, if I click now, nothing happened. I want to show odd and even, and also if even, I want to show the US flag. It is odd, I want to show the Belgium. So to do that, so in JavaScript, so we call it like a variable, and then to set it up, and then all the getting HTML element putting on your JavaScript, you know. So for now, we have to talk about constant variable, and also LED. All these are upcoming tutorials, kind. But for now, to get get it done, you know. So for time purpose, I will just type it const, so that will be constant, and then give a variable name. So I will give it what if we say it's the same name, so predict game. So that will be my button name, and I'm setting up my one variable for button name. And then so I'm gonna document. So whenever I say document, so that will be referring to HTML, and the document dot get element by ID, because I have an ID in HTML document that I set up. So that will be predict game. So just, if you want it to avoid a misspelling, so I can just simply copy the ID name, copy it, or if you want to type it, you can type it, but it has to be in a parenthesis and then double quote, and I'm gonna paste it here. So now once you get it done, now predict button is activated in JavaScript. Now we can manipulate. Okay, now what I want to do is like I want to test it out. Like now you see the 0. What if we like simply test it out if I click the thing and then like the text to be start seeing appearing. So to do that, I mean, it's to see some changes, you know, if I'm writing the game is correct or not. So to test it out, what I can do is like to select the text from the like this 0. So if I go back to HTML, the way I set up is I gave an ID name called random number. That will be inside the spam 0. So to select it, same setup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a variable for it. So that will be like a random number. You can put it any variable name, guys. So that will be a random number. So any name, like I said, but for me, I will put it random number. And then also again, so document dot get element by ID. And then I give the ID name call, so that will be like a random number. So that will be here inside the double quote. So I'm gonna put it. It's a single quote also works, but double quote will be better. So that will be random and number. So that will random number. And then if I save it, and then now things you're gonna see slowly changes. Now I'm gonna like a little bit test it out. So I want to see the text. So that will be random number. So I want to dot if in HTML, like we want to update it in JavaScript, we say like text content. So I'm gonna assign it. I want to see a little bit changes, you know. So if I run the code and then I want to do some changes, so that will be like now let's say like it's an update. So let's say I want to put the text. So in JavaScript, if you like I mean the text is that we call it string. So in the double quotes, that will be update like number. So it's sort of like a little bit to test it out, you know. If I save it that thing, so now update text. So like it's already started working. I mean, so I want to show you that how JavaScript works. So even if I haven't like click it yet, so once I save the file, now I already set it. But what if I like click the button and then I want to see the changes? So to do that, I just simply like add the like event listener. We call it click event into my predict game button. So to do that, I have already set it up the variable. So I'm gonna call the variable here. So predict game dot add event listener, and then I'm gonna listen to click event, and then I want to run the function, and I want to get an event. So that will be inside the curly brace, and then I'm gonna put it, let's say this, like if I click it, I want to put the update text to be appear. Yeah, I'm gonna save it. If I save it now, so you see that nothing happened even if I've saved, but the event listener to the predict game, if I click it, now update the text. Now that thing is started working. So that's how JavaScript works, guys. So if you edit, click event, like a mouse down, mouse over, all these are coming interactive to your website. All right, so now, I mean, we don't want it like only the update the text, you know, so I will like remove it. So what we wanted, so we wanted like a random number to show in the number. So, and then like counting down, like it's not like counting down, it's like a random number getting like a 1 through 100, you know. To do that in JavaScript, what we have is that we have this built-in method called random number. So if you type it like met.random, so that's in JavaScript built-in method. But this method, I want to put in a function, and then that function will be called in this event listener. So to do that, so like I said, I mean, so we have to talk about it. What is a met.render? What is a met.flow around? And all these are like upcoming, guys. So for now, so I will just type it like one more function. So that's also like declaring another function inside the JavaScript. So function, I will give it like let's say what if we give it like random count? I mean, so random. So instead of number, you know, random. What if random count? So that will be, or even we put like a random yeah, I mean, it's called any name, like I said, any name, random count. And then I'm gonna give inside the parenthesis, so that function, whenever we put a function, it has to be in a curly brace. So I want to put that random number and then put it in the function. So that will be how JavaScript set up. And also I want to I mean, so now if you update the text, it's gonna like update the random number. So but for now, your function is not like inside the predict game. If I click predict game, nothing happened because it is not calling my function in the event listener. So to call the function in the event listener, you simply type the random name and then it's like with a parenthesis at the end. So to do that, random, so I gave it random call, and then that will be like inside, like I said, I mean a parenthesis. That's how we're gonna call the function. Now if I say anything, so that will be the function will run into the predict game and then it will update. So like let's to move forward. So now, like I said, I want to count the random number 100, 1 to 100, you know. So to do that, I will give a one variable name. So that will be constant, and then whatever we call it, like a result, and then so that will be counting random number. So but the random number counting is in JavaScript, it will give you a 0 point something. So for now, I mean, why don't we just test it out, you know? So math dot random number, so that it will be like a little bit like an introduction for JavaScript. Random number, just like that. I put it that way, and then I'm gonna update the text. So that will be like a random number. So it's the random number dot, like I said, I mean a text content, you know. That will be, I put it here. If you say like a result, and then if I save it that way, and then I have this event listener. If I click it, now you're gonna see that this is a random number started appearing. I mean like so, but the thing is with the decimal, it's not the whole integer. So because we want it like a 100, 1 through 100, that will be whole integer. So but for now it's a decimal. So to do that, to get the whole the number, a whole integer or whole number in JavaScript, you know. So to do that, so we need to use another a JavaScript built-in method. So that will be math.floor. So if I type it math.floor, so that will be another method, but I have to put my random number, the built-in method, inside the method, that math.floor, you know. So if I save it that way, if I update it, run it again, now you're gonna, so that will be random floor, and then so math.random, that we're not seeing here. So result, and then constant result. So if I predict, so because we are not adding, so the random number is 0 point something, 0.11, 0.99. So we are not getting any number because it is already 0, because math.floor is remove the decimal and then giving you the whole integer. So if I put it here +1, if I start saving it, so if I put it a variable, now you're gonna see that a 1 started appearing. So but what we want is we want it so random, like rolling a dice from 1 through 6, you know. I want it 100. So to do that, you have to use a multiply 100. So if you make a multiplication with the 100, so now we're gonna have it you will count down through the 100, and then you will get the random number inside 100. So if I save it, now if I predict game again, now you're gonna start seeing, now you see 1 through 100, so it will never go over the 100, and also I think it will never be the 0. It will be 1 through 100. So now you see the 6, and then 12, 30. If I click again, 4, 97. This is how we can set it up, the random number, 1 through 100, you know. So that's how we can get it. All right, okay, so now is another condition that we want to set it up. Is if even, so I want to show the US flag. If it is odd, so that will be Belgium. So to do that, I have another condition. So that will be in JavaScript. We have this if condition. So that will be a result. So that's holding our random result. That will be, so to get the even or odd number, if you learn, you have to math, you know. So that will be we're gonna get the modulus. So that will be divide by 2, and then what is a leftover, so that will be equal in JavaScript. If you want it equal, we have to use it a triple equal with 0. So if you you divide it to equally 2 to your result, if at the end you get it 0 dividend, I mean, so that will be like a even number. I mean, if you find the modulus 2 for any number, and then the result will be, if the end dividend will be 0, and then that's it, that's your even number. And so if that is not the even, so I can have it like in the parenthesis, and also else. So I can put it like a result modulus 2 not equal to 0. But now if you say else, that will be straightforward. I mean, like, we have a condition for even. If you say else, that will be odd. So I will just another like a calibrate for another result. So to do that now, so so the condition that we're going to write it here. So I want to update the text. So that will be, if it's even, I want to show the text here. So instead of at the top, I will bring random number to text content, cut it off, and then put it inside the even condition. And also I want to show it, if there is an odd number, I want to show the result too. I mean, like, so that will be both of the condition. If the odd, I mean, like, so I want to update the text. If there is an even, I want to update the text too. That's why I will put it like a both of the condition. And also like a odd, I mean, sorry, back to the even. If it even, I mean, so that's an even number. I want to start getting the HTML element update, you know. So to do that, I want to bring up the selecting your HTML element here. I mean, so I give once you click the predict game, I have this like a div element that I have already set up for my flag. So that will be winner flag. So that's a little bit like a little bit template that you put it on your like HTML element, you know. So now whenever I add the element inside the div here, so that will be show in my a screen. So that will be selecting this ID winner flag in your JavaScript. So now I'm going to set up one more variable. It will be cons, and also that will be, what if we just say winner flag. So that will be winner flag. And then if I put it document dot, and then get element, the same thing. So I put it, the element name is winner flags too. And then winner flag, like I said, I mean, this variable name, it's not necessary to be the same as the ID name you put in your HTML element. You can put it any variable name, but the only thing is on your a get element by ID. So but this ID name must be the same you type in your HTML document. You cannot spell it, so everything must be exactly the same. So that's why I'm going to type it the same winner flag. Hopefully that will be the same winner flag. So let me double check. So winner and then flag. So yep, that's the same. And then JavaScript, so that will be winner flag. If I save it now, the HTML element is selected, and then I'm going to start adding the thing. So what I want to do is I want to add one image HTML element. So to do that in JavaScript, you just have to create one more constant that will be what we call a winner. And then so the winner will be creating one image element. So to do that, so in JavaScript again, so whenever you want to manipulate with the HTML, start with the document dot create. So that will be create element. So that will be create element. So that's in the top, create element. So what element I want to create, so that will be not the image, you know. In HTML, if you want to create, let's say inside here, I mean, for instance, what if we just hard code it without a JavaScript, before JavaScript, you know. I'm going to say let's say I put it a US flag. So that will be source will be image, and then that will be US flag. So if I save it, that is now hard coding. I mean, even if you click it, so it is a hard coding for it. So even if that's an odd number, it will be US flag, because if we are hard coded. So but now I'm gonna a little bit a game to set it up here. So it's the same method. So using the img HTML element, put it into the JavaScript. So that's a create element. You have to type it img. It's not the image here. So img. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So that will be, what we want is we want img source to be this image. That will be, if there is even, I want the source to be this US flag source. So to do that, I can simply copy the code from here, you know. So double code it. So that means spelling. So copy it. So in JavaScript, to get the an image source, to do that, I have winner variable dots, and then I just type it source. And then I can just simply like you have to paste it in the double quotes, so that will be here. So inside the double quote, you just put it your folder and then your file name. So that will be image will be your folder, and then that will be your like a file name, and then end with the extension PNG, and then you just save it. So and then after that, I want it like now I can remove it from like from here. I mean, so that will be if I remove it, if I save it, so that will be removed. If I even now I can test it out, you know. So but for now, like you put it that way, that will be winner flag. And also what I want to do is that will be winner flag for the like an even. It's the same method. I'm going to put it the same copy from here, the winner flags, and then I'm going to put it at the bottom. So that will be because if it is even, like we're going to show the US flag. So if it is odd, so I want to show it like Belgium. To do that, just update the US flag .png to be I think BE Belgium. So let me have a check. So what if we just go back and put it like here's a little bit like auto detecting, so to the file. So I will put it like a bell. So yep, so that's probably better. So I will just copy the file path, file location here. So and then I'm going to paste it here. So that will be file location and the Belgian flag, and then .png. So remove the PNG here. If I save it, yep. So if it is a even, so if there is a odd, so that will be Belgian. All right, okay, so that's how we're gonna set it up. I think even now we can like even and odd, so that's now how we can set it up. Now it is already done. So now I just need to like winner to show, and then I want to like just put it odd and show, and then what if we're not seeing here, so get the create element, and then the only part is that now I want it like expand it, because now it's already run, you know, but the things that I'm not adding my element in the HTML, because I'm just writing the code. So now to add the HTML content, we call it like so I want to select it winner flag. So winner flag dot append child, that is where we're going to appear it. So that's will be our winner flag is our parent div, and then I want to append it after the parent div element, append child, and then now I'm going to just simply edit like a winner. So winner is where we are adding our HTML element, so that will be image element. So here, if in JavaScript we have to end it with this semicolon, and then if I save it, that's it. And then same thing, I can copy it. So if I copy, and then at the end Belgium, if I save it, so that will be Belgium. So now if I save it, and then now you can see that if it's like even 84 is divided by 2, that will be 0 left over, and then that will be even, and then US flag. Now 60 even, 15 is odd, so odd will be Belgium, and then also 7, so that will be, I mean, so that modulus by 2 is not divided, you know, so that will be Belgium is odd, and then odd again, and then odd, and then now odd again, odd, now even again, and then so will be odd, and then even again, and then odd, even, and then even, and then even. All right, guys, so that's how like a little bit JavaScript introduction, and then I mean, so that will be like I mean, like I said, I mean, so I will stop the tutorial here, because we will have like I mean, so if we talk about it, what is a cons, what is a predicate, variable name, and then also here's like a function. So is there any way to do it? Yes, I mean, we can do it many ways in JavaScript. So that will be a little bit introduction, and then I will stop a tutorial here. So like I said, it is more tutorials for JavaScript are coming. So for now, I mean, so if you like the tutorial, if you learned something, so please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and Creative Learner, and also make sure give us a comment, then give us a like, and also like I mean, share it with your friends and like people, you know. So thank you for watching, and then I hope to see you in the next tutorial.